Welcome to Positive Energy with Crystals. My name's Hillary, and today we are doing one of the videos in my series where I work with a crystal for an entire month. And then I tell you what my experience was, what I learned, what I think, all that. So, I have to think because I'm a little behind on recording. This is March, so February, I worked with Crazy Lace Agate. And you can see how it got its name. It's got all these crazy layers. It's really pretty. Anyway, so I chose it for February because I thought I needed some grounding. Turns out I was wrong. I don't need grounding when it's cold. We had a very, very cold February, and I spent a lot of time inside. And I actually should have done citrine for February instead of January, because I think that would have been better. Anyway, that's not the point. So we'll start with the grounding, because it's a very gentle grounding. It's not, if you've watched my flower agate video, flower agate is a very sleepy grounding. Is the way I feel anyway. And then my moss agate is that earthly, put down roots, grab onto the earth grounding. Crazy Lace is gentle, kind of like the flower agate, but not in the I'm so grounded and just relaxed that I want to go to sleep. This is more, I'm here for you when you need me. It's February, it's cold. You don't really need me right now. That's kind of how I felt. So right away I could feel it. And like I said, I don't need much grounding during the winter. I'm finding out. It also, so in January I worked with the citrine, and I decided I needed to carry it over into February. The Crazy Lace Agate counteracted the citrine. It almost totally made the citrine I don't know, it was weird, because it just made it how do I explain it? Not stop working completely, but I definitely didn't feel the same with the citrine while I was carrying the Crazy Lace Agate as I did when it was just the citrine. So that was interesting. And I know there are some crystals you do have to be careful with carrying together. They can kind of counteract each other. I don't think the Crazy Lace Agate counteracted all the crystals because like I said, I always have my amethyst with me, and I always have a black tourmaline with me, and those weren't counteracted. My amethyst still worked, the black tourmaline still worked. It's just the citrine didn't really work anymore. And part of that could be because I'm so bonded with my amethyst and my black tourmaline, because it's always on me, that those still connected to me and are still good. And the citrine was a temporary carry crystal. And it could have been just that because I didn't have that strong bond with citrine like I do the amethyst and black tourmaline. Or it could have just been that the Crazy Lace Agate and citrine don't work well together. I don't know. That would take more experimenting. But if you've had an experience like that with Crazy Lace Agate, let me know, because I'm really interested in if it counteracts other crystals or not, or if you've had that experience. So let me know. Crazy Lace Agate also brings joy and happiness. It's supportive and encouraging. It relieves emotional pain and lightens your life. I think it was very subtle for me. I did feel the support and encouragement, and I did feel like things that I've been stressed about aren't as heavy anymore. But that could just be that things are starting to finally happen, and I'm not having to worry about it as much. I don't know. I definitely felt the support and the kind of the weight lifted off. So that was really good. It's just so fun to look at. I keep getting distracted. And I started off carrying this one because I thought it was a really pretty piece. But then I switched to this one. I think I carried this one for, I don't know if I carried it for a full week, but when I did the citrine video, when I was looking at them, I thought, why am I not carrying this one? Because that's one of the things I love about this is all the crazy layers, hence Crazy Lace Agate. And so I switched over to this one because it's got all the crazy layers. Anyway, back to my notes. So Crazy Lace Agate can also boost brain activity and stimulate intellect. It encourages maturity and brings stability. It encourages concentration and helps stay focused on task at hand, unless you get distracted by the prettiness, and then I guess that doesn't work, because right now I keep getting distracted by the layers. Because of the grounding and the supportive and encouraging energy from it, and then the brain activity boost and all of that, I think that all did help my self-esteem and my self-confidence. I did a lot of things in February that needed self-confidence, self-esteem. One of those being, I've talked about in previous videos, I am not good at dentists. I had a horrible experience with it, with a dentist, in my, well, like, I was a freshman in college, so I figured it out. It's been about 20 years since I've been to a dentist, and I had to go. I was in pain. I needed help, and I bucked it up. Now, in January was the really bad appointment where they took care of the teeth that were really bugging me, and then February was it still had some sore teeth, and it was still a big deal, but it wasn't as bad as the January appointment. So I had, just knowing that I was through the bad part and that I survived the bad part, I think that gave me more self-confidence. But I went into that last appointment just totally chill, but anyway, I'm much more confident in going to a dentist now. I still don't like it, but it doesn't freak me out. And part of that too is it was a much better dentist, much better staff, much better experience overall. And so that made a big difference. But I think having the Crazy Lace Agate for that last appointment, it kind of made me okay with to keep going. So, well, we'll see, because I'm not going to commit to that right now, because things could change. But right now, I feel that I can keep going and I'll be okay. And that's a big deal. It's, you know, a lot of people say they don't like dentists and are scared of dentists, but mine was, there's no way you're going to ever drag me into a dentist's office ever again unless I'm in immense pain. So then when I started saying I need to see a dentist, my husband knew right away that we needed to get into a dentist. So, I believe the Crazy Lace Agate really did help with that last, like, getting over the terror phase of that. Let's see. Crazy Lace Agate boosts, that's hard to say, boosts brain activity and stimulates intellect. It encourages maturity and brings stability. It encourages concentration and helps you stay focused on task at hand. So the last 6 videos that I've posted were recorded all on the same day. I don't like recording that many videos all at the same time. 3 is sort of my max. 6 was huge, but I was behind. I think I'd gone like 2 weeks without posting a video. So I was behind there, and then I had a lot of big ones that I was working on, like the supernatural one. Crystal recommendations for, I had 2 crystal recommendations for fictional characters videos. One was the supernatural part 1, and one was for tarot characters part 1. And I wanted to get those going, and that was a lot of work. Picking out the crystals, but then also recording them. Plus I had the protection crystals video, the citrine, I had new crystals. So I recorded all of those on the same day. That took a lot. Not only the recording it, getting it ready, recording it, then there was all the editing, posting. That all took lots of brain activity, and I was exhausted. It was overstimulating my brain, and it was, normally that'd be kind of a hard to focus on type situation, which just was so much, especially since there were different types of videos. So there was so much. I had to, focus on the citrine, and then focus on the protection crystals, and then focus on supernatural, and then focus on tarot, and keep all of those organized, and just, it was crazy. And I'm glad I had the Crazy Lace Agate for that. Crazy Lace Agate helps you work on goals. It helps you with transformation, shows you how to start your life again, helps make decisions in life, whether or not you would like to work on achieving your goals. It helps you shape your own life without external restrictions, and helps push you along your journey to be your own. I don't know. Well, that one's a little harder because we've been working on goals for 3 years. And things are kind of starting to fall into place now. And well, okay. So on the goals thing, one of the goals we have is to get a house. We, like I've said before, we're temporarily living in our RV, and I'm ready for a house. And so in that 3 years, we've looked, and it's not that we're just sitting here waiting for it to fall in our lap. But it was, yeah, it sucks being in this temporary situation for 3 years, but it also helped us narrow down where we want to live. Where we are, it's kind of a big area, and we joke that everything is 20 minutes away, but it's a big area, but it doesn't feel that big. Because everything is, we're in a really central location right now. So the the time that we've not, or that we've been in temporary hang time here, we've been able to kind of narrow down where we want to live exactly. So the working on the goals part of the properties, I think it really did help with that, because we went from a large general area and we've narrowed it down to a more specific area, which also is kind of makes it a little harder to find a house, because we have narrowed it down to exactly where we want to be. But it also, it's, what am I trying to say? It makes it harder to find because we've narrowed it down, but at the same time, we've narrowed down our goal and we know exactly where we want to be now. I hope that makes sense. So, in conclusion, I really liked Crazy Lace Agate. I just chose the wrong time to work with it. I will definitely use it when I need just that little bit of grounding, and not like a deep grounding. More or less just like things are a little bit of crazy. I need that little boost. I do have some bigger pieces in storage that I think I'm going to put in the area where I will work on plans, sit down and write stuff in my planner, or where I sit down and figure things out kind of space. I really need to start a list for when I start unpacking those crystals, so I know where. I've already said where I'm going to put stuff. I should do that. So anyway, I will definitely use it when I need that gentle, supportive grounding, if that makes sense. So in March, I am working with Goldstone. This is the piece I'm carrying because it's a little bit smaller than this one. I love both of these pieces. I think I've had this one longer than this one too. And spoiler alert, I am having so much fun with Goldstone. I love it so much. I've never worked with it before, and I'm going to be needing to get more. I've already decided I want a tower and maybe some jewelry, but I will save that for the video about Goldstone, which by the time this video comes out, I think I'll only have like a week left to work with Goldstone. But like I said, I love it. So if you've got any questions about Crazy Lace Agate, or if you've had an experience with Crazy Lace Agate, please put it in the comments. I really want to know if any of your experiences, especially where it counteracted my citrine, if you've had any experiences with Crazy Lace Agate, please share them. I really want to know what other people's experiences. But if you have any questions about the Crazy Lace Agate or even the Goldstone, put those in the comments too, and I will see you next time.